Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of the Million Pound Mission podcast. It is your buddy Adam, the PhD, the previously heavy dude, and this is episode number 337. The difference between putting in effort and actually getting results. I've got a good one on the menu for you here today. Quick update, still in quarantine mode as I record this, but I'm recording it about 3 weeks in advance. But just to warn you, there may be family sounds in the background. We got a little bit of that last week, but my kids are home, my wife's home, and kind of like I said a couple weeks ago in the show, it's like when you can't be at your best, you can still do your best. And right now, this is probably the quietest time I will get. Everybody's just kind of waking up. But I'm sure there'll be some family noises in the background at some point. So just so you know, just laugh along or laugh at me as we go here. But in the community, in our Mission Possible community, this is week number 1 in our 28-day cycle. So this is a fresh start to a brand new cycle. If you are new to the show, if you are new to our community, this is a great time to get plugged in. We run just a free 28-day cycle program to add some accountability and structure to your transformation journey. So in week 1, we do what's called Accountability Sprint Week, where inside of our Facebook group, we post our food and fitness daily. I assign accountability buddies, some accountability partnerships. We've got group chats going on. So this is a great time to be plugged in. If you want to get plugged into the home base of all this free awesomeness, go to millionpoundmission.com. At the top of the page, you will see a Mission Possible sign up link that will get you plugged in. Again, it's free, and it's just something that I feel like is needed in somebody's transformation journey. Most people lack accountability, they lack community, they lack some leadership and structure, and this provides all of that for free. And every single person that's dove in there, they're like, whoa, this is a lot of stuff, and this is all free. This is crazy. And yeah, this is what my membership was based off of, and I've even added a little bit, and I was charging $100 a month for the membership. So we took all that away, and I just said, yeah, let's just do this for free and make a bigger impact. Okay, so the difference between putting in effort and actually getting results. This is an abrasive topic a little bit, but I will try to deliver it in a non-abrasive way as much as possible and just get you to think, because some of you may be stuck in this zone, and it's really holding you back, and you don't even realize it. All right, so just be open-minded and be ready to just think about this a little bit, do a little critical thinking. So what I'm really talking about here is that there are a lot of people out there that are putting in effort, and they think that they are owed results based off of those efforts. They feel kind of entitled. I get this a lot, like, Adam, I'm trying so hard. Why is it not coming off faster? And we just have to realize that it doesn't really work that way. Like it's a combination of, yes, we have to work hard. We have to put in effort. We have to work smart. We have to work consistently over time. A lot of people miss that one. Sometimes when we have bad times in our transformation journey, those moments kind of get deleted. And like, I've been working so hard over the last 6 months, but you forgot that 3-month period where you didn't even go to the gym at all in that 6 months. So sometimes that happens. But really, I want to dive deep into your particular situation and just look at the difference between putting in effort and actually achieving a result. All right. So, and again, taking action is an amazing, great first step. I don't want anybody feeling like I'm hating on you for taking action. Like just getting out and getting moving and just starting to clean up your diet and starting to put in that effort. That's a necessary first step, and I applaud that. So what I want to look at is if you're that person that has been doing that for a while and you're kind of not satisfied with the results, you feel like you aren't getting the results that you deserve. You are feeling a little bit of that entitlement, like, yeah, I should have better results because I'm putting in so much effort. So let's look at a few examples, because we have to find out if we are just taking random action or if we are actually doing something that is producing a result. And that's the first real critical question we have to ask ourselves is, am I actually achieving anything? Because sometimes people don't even get to that like entitled complaining status. They are just like, I'm putting in effort, so I feel good about that, and I'm just going to kind of sit in that zone. And some of these people really need to see a result. Like they're in that, like, I'm fighting for my life. I'm fighting against obesity. I'm fighting against diabetes or disease because of our body weight and our health. So that's a totally different situation. And these people actually need to be seeing results, but they get kind of complacent. They're like, it's cool. My doctor told me I had to start walking. I started walking. Nothing's really happening, but I'm walking and it's all good. So the first critical question we have to ask ourselves is, am I actually accomplishing anything? See this a lot in the personal training field. All right, I've got a lot. And not to hate on personal trainers, but I mean, we all have to learn. And when I first started personal training, I sucked. Like, I was figuring it out. But some people have been in the game for 20 plus years and they're still figuring it out and they aren't helping anybody. They just increase their fees. Example, I've got a friend. I mentioned this in a podcast like way back at the beginning, still doing this. He is spending over $11,000 a year on a personal trainer that they've become friends. He is achieving zero results. He has openly admitted to me that he does not want to continue this personal training relationship, but he does because he's afraid of making him upset. So he just keeps paying it. And a lot of people get in that, like, they're paying their personal trainer to be their friend. And I always told people, like, yo, I'll be your friend for free, but you're coaching me, you're paying me to coach you for results. And if, you can fire me as a coach, I'll still be your friend. Like, that relationship needs to be pulled apart a little bit. But we have to look at results per dollar. Like, are you achieving anything based off of the efforts you're putting in, but also the expense that you're investing in your health journey? So, look at an example of, like, which one is better. You spend $20 per month on a gym membership and get no results. So let's say you've got a goal to lose 30 pounds. 20 bucks a month on a gym membership and you get zero results. Yes, you are putting in effort. You're walking in the door, but nothing is coming out of that. Like, so many people get wrapped up in, like, yeah, my gym membership's only 20 bucks. But what are you buying the gym membership for? If you're just buying it for social reasons and getting out of the house and just it makes you feel a little bit better, cool. But if you're like, I got to lose some weight, like, this needs to happen, and it's not happening, then we got to tweak something. Right? For things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you got to get better. And maybe you need to level up your plan. So you could spend 20 bucks a month on a gym membership, get no results. You're just kind of wasting a lot of time. Or you could spend 500 bucks on an 8-week boot camp and lose 30 pounds. Like, what's better? Like, what has better results per dollar? And the only one that's actually producing the result that you want to get is that more expensive option, but it's getting the job done. And then maybe you acquire the skills to maintain that, hopefully, right? And so that's the way we need to shift our thinking about, that first question. Am I actually getting a result? Am I just putting in effort? Am I getting complacent around that? And am I actually achieving anything? And that's a tough question to ask ourselves sometimes, because we get, like I said, I've mentioned a few examples, like we get in the friend zone with a personal trainer and it just gets hard, or we get complacent and we're like, I'm putting in effort, and we start to just kind of almost feel sorry for ourselves, like, I'm putting in effort. It is what it is, and hopefully eventually something happens. That doesn't need to be the case. Like, if you really want to achieve a goal, and maybe it's not the gym membership, maybe it's just the effort you're putting in, or maybe it's your nutrition. I see that a lot too. I'm paying all this money on a gym membership, and nothing's really happening, but that person's nutrition is absolutely terrible. I had a personal training client that was paying me good money to come to their house several times a week, and we would work out, but then they would hit the buffet every single day. And I would tell them, like, yo, this is just, calories in, calories out. That balance isn't happening for us. And the dude spent a ton of money on equipment, a ton of money. He asked me for, like, a recommendation for his home gym, and he ended up buying 2 of everything that I recommended, just dropping bucks. And that was, in their mind, that was putting in effort. Like, they bought the stuff, they go through the motions, but the result wasn't coming out at the back end because the nutrition was poor. So that first question, am I actually accomplishing anything? It can be a rough one, but I need you guys to ask yourself that question, because results per dollar is a real thing. And where is that at? All right. Now, the second question is, there's kind of a cliffhanger here. Like, okay, who's to blame? Who is responsible for this result not happening? So the second question is, if I'm not seeing results, who is responsible? me or my protocol? All right, do we have to take personal responsibility, or is it the trainer or the system or the program? And, I see examples of both. So there could be an example where you hire a personal trainer, and I'm not bashing on personal trainers. Like, I put in over a decade as a personal trainer, and I think they're needed, necessary, and amazing. All right, so this is just an example because it's a very common example. So let's say you hire a personal trainer, you follow their nutrition plan, you work super hard during their workouts, and you even do some bonus workouts on your own. And if you don't see results and with that sort of effort, like you're really buying in, you're really doing it, you're doing it consistently, then you could be looking at adjusting the program or finding someone else to help you out. Like that could be the responsibility lies on the expert. Like you're following orders, like you're really, really doing it, not just in your head doing it, like consistently doing it. I know some of you are like, I'm perfect, but you're the buffet person also. Like, so it has to be, all in. And if you're all in, you're really getting after it. You're really putting in consistent effort, doing the best that you can, and we're not seeing results, then you can talk to your trainer and go, okay, we need to tweak the program because something's not happening. That I'm not moving towards that goal that we talked about achieving. Or you change people or you change programs. The other example would be you hire a PT and you don't follow the nutrition plan and you show up to half the workouts. And if you don't see results in this scenario, then you just need to give that program an honest shot. Like you need to take personal responsibility. You're putting in effort, but you're not getting results, and that's on you if you're not actually executing as you are being asked to execute. And that, again, taking that, I call it the finger of blame and taking it from pointing outwards and turning it inwards and taking personal responsibility, that's tough. That's a tough place to be. We don't like to do that, right? Like that's not a warm, friendly place to admit that we aren't doing what we need to do. It's one of the hardest things that we are asked to do as human beings. So that's the second question. If I'm not seeing results, who needs to take responsibility over that? Me or the program, the expert, the coach, the trainer? And it happens a lot where I talk about in that black hole of fitness doom. Sometimes it's almost in between. So the black hole of fitness doom scenario in that circle where we say, okay, we start something new, we get a initial result because we start a new program, life happens, we're not ready for it, we crash and burn and go right back to where we started. That kind of splits the difference because that life happens moment is something that we're not ready for personally, and maybe our coach, our program didn't deal with that either. Or, so that could be something that we just need to address and say, okay, I have to get better. I have to level up. It's on me to initiate that. I'm going to ask my coach for some help in dealing with my nighttime snacking, my going on vacations, and then I don't get back on plan, or whatever that danger zone is, so that you can cycle through that and achieve better results and not fall into those same transformation danger zones over and over and over again. You can escape that black hole of weight loss doom. All right, so let's talk about action steps here. And then I will send you off into your day. No family noise in the background so far as I could tell. So we're doing well, people. All right, so action steps. The first one is I want you to make a list of the results that you've achieved over the past 6 to 12 months and what programs that you've been plugged into. So any sort of result that's been positive, any sort of micro goal or macro goal that you've achieved. So maybe you lost some weight, maybe you've achieved some better fitness levels, maybe you did your first bodyweight pull-up, or you ran a 5K, or anything. Like last 6 to 12 months, just make a list of results. Second action step. Ask yourself the question, am I achieving anything with my current plan and mode of action? Like, am I moving forward with the current plan that I've been using? All right. And then the next one is, if your answer to question number 2 is no, then think about who is responsible for the lack of results and take action to either find a new program or give the program you're on an honest chance to work. All right, this is simple, but this is tough. You have to look internally and be honest with yourself in this moment. And I know we're all in strange times with quarantine and hopefully, trying to transition back into more of a quote unquote normal situation. But it's a great time to turn internal and look inward and go, okay, where do I need to take personal responsibility with my health, with my fitness, with my nutrition? Let's ask ourselves some of these hard questions because we have time to deal with it. Let's analyze the situation. Let's move forward. If you guys need help with this, plug into our community. That's what it is for. I'm doing all these free coaching sessions, the one-on-ones, the group chats. People plug in and they're like, whoa, I actually get to talk to you. Like I had somebody brand new the other day that listened to the podcast for the first time, and the next day signed up for a group chat, talked to me. We started working on their danger zones. Within 24 hours of first hearing this podcast, they were working on their transformation danger zones with me. And that's why I do this. Like, that's what I love to do. So don't hesitate to reach out. If this is some deep stuff and you're like, yes, I need to put in work in this area, you don't have to do it alone. That's the good thing. You're not on a transformation island, and so many people are out there feeling that right now, especially if you're still in like quarantine zone, you feel it especially. So don't hesitate to plug in to a community. Don't hesitate to plug in to what we do with the Mission Possible community, because it's free. So we've taken away the barrier of entry. Go to millionpoundmission.com, get signed up, top of the page, Mission Possible community, and join in on the fun. So I hope you guys are doing well. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay mentally positive as much as possible, and use this time to work on you, invest in you, and then you will come out of all of this craziness that we're all experiencing together as a better person. You're going to hit the ground running, and that momentum will be amazing. So with that being said, let's get out there and own it. Every meal, every workout, every day. I will see you on the next episode. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. Now, don't forget to head on over to millionpoundmission.com to pick up your free Mission Possible Community Virtual Welcome Kit. Now, this free resource is going to show you how to get plugged into our community chats, our amazing Facebook group. It'll show you how to sign up for one-on-one hot seat sessions with me, the PhD, and we'll even show you how to start your own local meetup group for that extra support. Now, remember, my friend, this isn't just a podcast. This is a community, and you are an important part of it. So head on over to millionpoundmission.com today and get plugged in.